All right.
Floor cam for when I need to stretch or something.
Yeah, we could we might be able to make that work.
No.
You could bring a GoPro and just hold it.
Just strap it to my forehead and shoot it down.
Yeah.
Your POV. That's
POV, my nostrils.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Brett. Ruined it. That's Brett. I'm Christian. Braxton's to my right.
well, relatively.
And welcome to the question at hand, the least specific podcast.
I'm not used to doubling up on the corners. I didn't realize where we were going.
What's up, guys?
So what?
I'm not used to doubling up on the corners right here.
I'm sorry.
Oh, us sitting next to each other?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that. I like sitting across.
We'll see how it goes. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the question at hand. Hope everybody's doing absolutely phenomenal. And this is our second video podcast now, and we're in a different location than we were for the Christmas episode. And this is where we normally record, and it's a bit different of a setup because normally we have like each of us on a side, and it's all chill and we have our space. But with us trying to video the podcast now, we're nice and comfy here, very close. I can like put a move on Brett over here. And you guys can't even see it because you can't see under the table. Things are happening. But tonight we have a very fun, a very interesting episode, I think. So, what do you mean, well? This was your idea.
I just love saying that. I love being contrarian.
This is your idea. What do you mean? Well. So we've got our favorite movies from 2021 that we are going to be going through. But before we get to that, Braxton and I last night went to go see The Matrix. And before we went to go see The Matrix,
Resurrections.
The Matrix. It's the one in theaters. I think they would understand which one that is.
Maybe.
Who knows? But before we went to see The Matrix, we went to the Long John Silver's Taco Bell that is like right across from the movie theater, which is just it's a weird conglomeration of restaurants. You have literally like a fish place with a taco place.
Yeah.
And
now the holiest of places is the trifecta: Pizza Hut, Long John Silver's.
So that's okay then. I'm okay with that.
And Taco
one.
Bell.
It's just the
I don't know how that
Taco
kitchen
Bell
works.
thing that was weird.
There's one in Lubbock. I don't know if it's still there or not, but it was a KFC Taco Bell Pizza Hut.
Okay, that sounds better than Long John Silver's.
Look like? That's what I can't get over. Where do they make the pizza?
These are in the Midwest.
This was
and they call them Kintaco Huts.
We're at the Pizza Hut. We're at the Taco Bell. We're at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That was a song that was on TikTok going around for a while.
I want to see the statistics of how many combos are there and of what combination. You know what I mean?
We should figure that out somehow.
Yeah. I mean, the drive-thrus have to be insane.
Yeah.
Think about...
Oh my God. Yeah, the pizza wouldn't work. The pizza messes up everything.
The person taking the order, how many buttons would there be? You've got to learn.
Oh my God. Those
process.
screens like this where it's like all the different menus, it would look like this.
They
would just make the screen bigger.
3 times as big, yeah.
Because they don't have the technology to...
Some guy
technology.
Some guy walks through and he's like, I want fish.
Oh my God. You could... Oh, what... Oh, the possibilities.
I want fish.
The possibilities are endless, dude.
I want fish. I want
a Mexican pizza, if they sold it.
Mexican pizza. I want cheese sticks.
An Italian pizza.
And I want a KFC exclusive Mountain Dew, whatever it is.
Oh, the Sweet Lightning? Bro, it's
I thought you were about to say the sandwich that was made out of 2 pieces of chicken.
That would be.
You remember when they did that?
That would be an insane order.
What was that called?
The Mountain Dew does have something to go with this story, though, that we're telling from last night. Because we pull up and we place our order. And
First we pull up, go to walk in. It's like, we'll sit down for like 5 minutes and eat our things. And the lobby's closed.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, well, that's kind of odd.
I'm like, well, this sucks. And so then we go through the drive-thru and we sit there forever. I swear we sat there for like 5 minutes before we actually placed our order. Because the lady, I think 3 times said, Do you need any help finding something on the menu?
You were stressing me out because you wouldn't say what you wanted.
Because I knew going into a movie, if I ate Taco Bell, I would have to get up halfway through the movie. And I did not want to have to do that. So I was like, okay, well, let me see what I can get from this Long John Silver's. That's the freaking half.
That's hard to see.
Yeah. And the menu on, like, they don't have a whole lot on the menu, but it's not like super.
Well, they have a whole lot more than what was on
They have a whole
the
bunch
drive-through
of
menu.
crap.
It was a weird menu.
It was like, do I want fish or do I want chicken? Or do I want these lobster bites that they have? There's too many options. It's like Taco Bell.
I don't want to be bitten by a lobster.
Like, how does someone actually choose?
Oh, it's the meat.
How does someone actually like choose and find what they actually like at Taco Bell? Like, how many times do you have to go before
Millions.
you're like, I have
Millions.
unlocked the secret, and this is what the best
Not
thing at Taco
including
Bell is.
every time you go, there's some new weird combination, like
Yes.
sinful creation that they've made.
It really is, yeah. It really is.
Try the new, I don't even know
grilled
what.
cheese burrito is what
Yes.
is out right now, I think.
Yeah.
And it's not even.
Well, and then I went the next time after I got like a grilled cheese burrito, which was actually pretty good, I must
It's
say.
not bad.
Yeah.
You always got to try it. You can't just drive through.
Yeah,
and,
I saw it and was like, well, that sounds kind of good. That wasn't on my menu today, but I mean, why not? Let's do it. And then the next time I went through, they had a Chipotle cheesy chalupa. Or a cheesy Chipotle.
Every possible
I think
CH.
I think it was Chipotle cheesy chalupa.
Yeah.
Not a cheesy Chipotle
I would like a
chalupa.
Chipotle cheesy chalupa.
You would think, I'm pretty sure that's right. Cheesy Chipotle chalupa sounds a whole lot better,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it was Chipotle cheesy chalupa. I don't know. But I got it with like black beans and it was really solid. Like it was really good. But like, how do you go and like actually figure out what you like?
It's almost impossible.
I mean, it's kind of like, oh, let me go try this today. Oh, let me go try this. Oh, well, that was good. Let me get one of those too.
Yeah.
So we pull up at this Long John Silver's Taco Bell half and half weird restaurant. And I ended up ordering fish. But the first thing that Braxton says is, I would like a large Baja Blast with no ice. And this lady utters the most immediately utters the most sinful words you can ever say in a Taco Bell drive-thru, and that is, "We are out of Baja Blast. Do you want Baja Blast Zero?" And my initial reaction is, why would I want that? That sounds gross. And then I was like, maybe Mountain Dew is the real homie and didn't like make their zero drinks taste horrible. I was wrong.
Yeah,
they were really terrible.
And that's when I realized that's why they have the lobby closed. They don't want people getting belligerent in there at like 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night,
the club
throwing
going
fist
up
over not having
on a
Baja Blast, right?
Yeah.
So it's safer just to
Close
have the condition of the drive-through.
You must go through the drive-through. So anyway, they had Baja Blast Zero. All I have to say is, if you are someone who drinks diet drinks, either your taste buds are wired incorrectly, or you have some kind of weird like hate vendetta against yourself. Because every time that I've tried a diet drink or a zero drink or something,
gross.
it tastes terrible. Like I would rather just have water.
Just not drink soda.
Yeah, I would just rather have water or something than drink. It's like unsweet tea or sweet tea. Like unsweet tea is
amazing.
not good. Yeah, you're the only one who I know who likes unsweet tea, you weirdo. Yeah, I would just rather have water at that point. And I wish that I'd gotten like a wild cherry Pepsi or something instead.
Yeah, me too.
Something other than that. But
I very rarely would say I would like a Pepsi.
Well, I do. I either get a Baja Blast or I get a wild cherry Pepsi when I go to a Taco Bell.
What makes it wild?
Bro, I don't know, but it makes your taste buds wild when you drink it. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so
I like how we're talking about Mountain Dew and Wild Cherry Pepsi while Braxton's wearing a Dr. Pepper t-shirt and I'm drinking Coke.
Well, if I had a Baja Blast shirt, I would. But
I
they
feel
don't
like there
sell
could be
those.
less like coincidences.
Yeah,
there.
but still. None of my business.
None of my business. So anyway, we went and saw The Matrix last night and it was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, after our adventure at the freaking Taco Bell Long John Silver. I ended up getting fish and a spicy potato taco.
You just got a spicy potato. It was a potato that, I'm sorry.
Dude, honestly, I could do without the taco for those. Like if they just put those in a bowl with the like chipotle sauce they
You could
put
probably
on
get
them,
them to do that.
it would
They'll
be
do
It would
anything.
be so much better than just like having the tortilla. Because it would be, I mean, it would legitimately be better to eat, I think. What? Is something wrong?
What's taters, precious?
I'm just.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
It's just so weird. Like, is that
So-
cook cross-trained? Do they have a specific cook for each restaurant? Can you
You're
cross
still
over?
hung up on that?
I actually am curious about that as
Is there
well.
like, is there like a hush pupperito? It's like
Ooh.
a crossover.
Now, I don't remember if y'all ever went, but did they used to let you check out with both menus at once? So like if you got something from Taco Bell and something from Long John Silver's, you could like order it all on the same ticket and then pay
Yes.
for it.
You could.
Because I
At
remember
least
there
when
was,
I went in that one once before, and I remember doing
I
that.
don't remember if it was there or a different one, but I like pretty
They told
vaguely
you, "No,
remember.
we can't
Yeah,
do
they were
that."
like, "Oh, well, if you're gonna order from the other one, you have to like place another order." And I was like, "That's so stupid. You're in the same freaking building."
I do remember, I don't know if it was that one either, but I remember going to one of these restaurants and them saying, like, you had to preface which you were going to order. And they went to like a different cash register to take your order,
Yeah, maybe it
depending
was
on which
something like that.
restaurant you chose.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, why put them in the same building if they don't just all run off like the same? Like, if
Right.
it's
Or
not
put them
the
in a
same,
building and keep them physically separate with two
Well,
separate entrances.
does it really matter? Because I'm sure the store is owned by like the same
same.
owner.
Yeah.
So why would it not? I mean, they're making money regardless. Like, what difference does it make? I don't know. So anyway, we had an adventure.
Didn't
then we
somebody
saw The
else say they had a
Matrix.
Taco Bell story?
Christian did.
Oh.
I would also like to say that there's been a Clifford the Big Red Dog big standy thing in the movie theater for weeks, and like the last 2 times we've been in there, I've been saying I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to walk out of here with it. And we went last night and it was gone. And I was like, I should have just freaking walked out with it. No one would have ever even missed it or known that it was gone. It's been there for forever. Clifford hadn't been out. It came out in like freaking May or something. It's been out for a long time. No one would have even known. Should have just taken it.
That's crazy.
Mary Elizabeth would have known.
Now, the next time
Wasn't
we
that her
go
name?
in there, I will probably take the Buzz Lightyear one.
Yeah.
That one was pretty cool.
Is this
I wish-
the new Buzz Lightyear?
I wish. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I should check with Russ and see if he has a way to like steal the posters out of the things. I want that.
You know,
big-
you can go in there and ask for them,
I
right?
could,
Most of the
but
time
that's
they
not
would
as
give them
much
to
fun.
you.
I want the Spider-Man No Way Home IMAX poster. I think that would be really cool.
eBay.
Or the Kingsman, the really big one.
The Kings.
That would be pretty cool too. Anyway, your Taco Bell story. Let us hear it.
This is when you were traveling.
Yeah, it was a dark and stormy night.
As it always is.
Just kidding. It wasn't stormy.
You
but
killed the health inspector.
it wasn't stormy. So we had returned. We were in Carlsbad, New Mexico. And in Carlsbad, there are 2 Taco Bells. We went to the Taco Bell that was closest to our Airbnb.
You
And
need to
here's-
add lore music to the background of this.
And here's the story. So we said, well, we should get Taco Bell for dinner. And we arrived. And we went to the drive-thru. And as you know, I've got handicapped taste right now.
Mhm.
So the one thing that I can eat from Taco Bell is the cheese quesadilla. Everyone knows what a cheese quesadilla is, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Some
I feel like
tortillas
you
and
could
cheese.
eat other things at Taco Bell besides just a cheese quesadilla, by the way.
Eventually.
They do have black bean like stuff you can substitute in for anything. And they also have potatoes. Like the potato tacos are on the $1 menu.
It was a
safe bet, I guess.
yeah. Which I know I can do cheese quesadilla. It's consistent.
That's like the one thing that
But-
you've been eating since you got parosmia.
Yeah, but people should know what a cheese quesadilla is, right?
Yeah.
Cheese is a popular form of quesadilla.
Well, I think it's kind of like cheese pizza, to where it's assumed you would have a topping, but it's not unusual to not have
It's
a
just a
topping.
quesadilla with no meat. They already put cheese on it.
Right. It's fine.
So I tell the guy 2 cheese quesadillas and a large Pepsi. And that's all I want. Michael tries to order 2. He wants a quesarito. But this guy says quesaritos are mobile order only right now.
What?
I think it's because they're like a secret thing.
They
Who cares?
they said
He's standing there.
we can literally only ring those up if you order through the online app.
They really want people to get the app.
They really want people to get the
Poor
app.
quesarito fans.
So Michael says, okay,
I didn't even know they had an app.
go ahead and get yours. And Denver and I will order through this mobile app and we'll swing back around to the drive-thru and we'll pick it up. Easy. We'll just make 2 trips around the drive-thru. So I tell the guy, hey,
Oh, y'all were in the drive-thru?
yeah,
Oh, I thought y'all had like gone inside.
nah.
Okay.
So I tell this guy, hey, 2 cheese quesadillas and 1 large Pepsi.
They forgot the onions.
This man apparently did not know what a cheese quesadilla was.
Oh.
I had to walk him through the history, the freaking etymology.
Did you have to keep repeating that, no, I just want cheese, or was he even more confused than that?
Let me say. So he brought it back up. I thought he didn't say anything. I thought he got 2 cheese quesadillas. Hit the button twice. There's 2, right?
Right.
Easy. And you hit the large Pepsi button.
Yes.
That's an easy order. When he was reading it back, he goes, okay, so you want 2 chicken quesadillas without chicken?
Oh,
And I'm like,
I guess.
I want a cheeseburger without the cheese.
I'm like, all right, brother, man.
Did you say, all right, brother, man?
Yeah.
Please
so
tell me you actually said that to the guy.
at this time, I can't even speak for myself. Denver,
You're dumbfounded.
the windows roll down in the back. Denver has to take over for me. I can't breathe.
You're laughing.
Michael's in the passenger seat.
Because you're laughing, or
I
you
can't-
just
I
are
can't-
at
anger.
a high elevation and can't breathe?
I can't breathe because I'm laughing. And there's a camera. There's a freaking,
Yeah, there's a little camera.
like a freaking Ring doorbell camera right above the speaker. And it shot at my face. So I pull forward so my face is in front of me here, so I can laugh. And so it's on Denver. Denver has to freaking stone up his face and be
got
statue.
And then be like, no, we would like 2 cheese
And I'm like,
quesadillas.
Denver, tap in, man, tap in, tap in. And he's like, so 2 chicken quesadillas without chicken? And Denver's like, yeah, sure. And the guy says, do you just want to make those 2 cheese quesadillas?
Did he really say that?
Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, man, we went full circle.
Did you say no?
No,
Please tell me it's like, no.
No,
Are you
I want
stupid?
the chicken
It
quesadilla
is
without
with
the
no
chicken.
chicken.
It's like
You
it's
idiot.
like the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I don't want the full pickle on there, but the residual taste, if you take the pickle off, is
yeah.
okay.
Yep.
You're right.
But that's not what I wanted. I wanted 2 cheese quesadillas and a large Pepsi. And after we did that full circle thing, and he said 2 chicken quesadillas, no chicken. Wouldn't it make more sense to do 2 cheese quesadillas? He said. Denver says, yeah, make them cheese. And he was like, all right, pull up to the second window. Well, he was at the first window, not the second window.
Hold on. That already makes it a suspicious Taco Bell. No Taco Bell
Has a
operates out of the
first
first window.
No,
Never.
Ours literally
Ever.
filled it in.
Yeah, ours,
There's
yeah.
no more first window.
Exactly. Taco Bell is famously hates the first window.
So I pay.
That's
No
the
reason
problem.
to have a first window for
There's your
4th
problem.
meal.
Exactly.
I pay. And I get my 2 cheese quesadillas.
There's chicken on them.
No.
Oh, thank God.
But they didn't get my large Pepsi. So we pull around to the front and we park.
Like this is gonna be a thing.
Wait, did you not just say I had a large Pepsi when you?
No, it wasn't on the thing. And I was like, don't worry about it. I'll just, get something to drink at home.
Through the mobile app.
Pull around to the front. Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
But I didn't trust this place anymore.
Yeah, me neither. They use the first window.
So we pull around to the front, we park right in front of the entrance to this place. Michael's trying to order. He places his order. It says, your order cannot be placed.
It can only be placed at the drive-thru. It's a cycle of...
So I said, okay, hey, let's take a step back here. Let's figure out what's going on. He tries it like 5 times. Nope. So he goes inside and he tries to order. And by this point, I had already eaten my quesadillas and I'm like,
wish I had a large Pepsi.
Man, I wish I had a large Pepsi. So I go in and I order a large Pepsi. And this is not relevant to the story at all. I just filled it up. And then I got back in the car. Well, but when I was walking to the car, Michael says, hey, can I just order a quesadilla right here? The mobile app is not working. And the guy at the front goes, let me get my manager. Guess who the manager was?
The
guy chicken
at the
quesadilla
drive-thru.
guy.
The guy at the drive-thru.
Yep. And he seemed like the youngest guy there.
What was his answer?
And he comes up and he says, we can only serve those if they order on the app. We cannot ring them up as anything in store. And then we're like, well, can you pull some strings here?
Can we order like a quesadilla and you just make a quesarito and give it to us?
Can we do that? And they're like, no, man, apparently Taco Bell has to know, corporate has to know, Big Taco has to know exactly how many of these quesaritos are being sold.
Well, if your mobile app isn't working, you're not selling.
You ain't selling jack.
And it's just not working. But I'm like, all right, well, I'll be in the car. And I left with
Big
my
Pepsis, huh?
large Pepsi. Yeah.
Well, see you later.
Dang.
And
That's crazy.
Denver's in there and he's like, so how's it going in there? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I think he was still having trouble.
We've reached an impasse.
Michael comes back to the car and he's like, it's not working. Can I borrow your credit card, Denver? And then Michael checks his phone and it's a text from his bank. And it says, did you try to order Taco Bell in Carlsbad, New Mexico? And he's like, oh, I think I figured it out.
The card.
I just need to say yes, and it will unblock my card. So he does, and it unblocks. And
then they served him 100 quesaritos because of the error.
So we order, and
Give you a trunk full.
we go through a second time in this drive-thru, and it's taking a little bit. And we start rolling down the window because we're hearing yelling.
No.
And it's the woman in the second lane. She is cussing and angrier than anyone I've ever seen, cussing at this guy who took our order earlier. And she was like, no, I don't want the effing box. Or like, I don't want the combo. And the cussing happens. It goes on for like 3 minutes. She was just ripping into this dude. Because I don't know what was going on.
No, I said I wanted cheese, not chicken.
I don't want the box. I want a dang quesarito.
And get that, she ordered a full 12-pack of Cinnabon for herself at the end. And she was getting the most specific stuff. And I'm like, if someone is this hard to deal with, you are so bold. Well, not just for cussing them out, but you're just so bold as a person. If you're ordering like the most specifically made things and drinks and extra items.
Yeah, that's the worst, dude.
And she's cussing this dude out. And then
He said you should have ordered through the mobile app. It would have been way easier.
we get through and we're like, hey, mobile app for Michael. And we roll up. We're like awkwardly stuck almost close enough to the first window to where it's like you're right there.
Yeah.
And then we let the car in front of us go to the second window and we shoot past him, but he like opens the door and thinking that we were stopping at the first window again, and we're just like mobile. And then we pick it up and we eat it, and that was the story. And that's Taco Bell in Carlsbad, New Mexico. And I told the guys, I'm like, hey, you don't order fast food at a place where you're not from. That's like the biggest rule breaker because it's never good service.
Because you never know. You never know.
You never know.
But where you're from, it's always good service compared to other places.
Isn't that weird?
Because you go to another
half
like
time, I think our service sucks.
Well, I will say this, but I think I think props to the people whoever runs the Taco Bell here.
yeah,
it's really solid.
It's one of the most solid Taco Bells I've ever been in.
Yeah.
I've almost never had a bad experience there ever.
you go to Taco Bell's
Yeah.
anywhere
But other
else.
places and they're awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Taco Bell's really quick too.
And you think
Yes.
like
You know why? Because they had the guts to pave over the first window. They knew they didn't need it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yep, that's
like-
why.
We live like kings.
And then you go to Whataburger and it's like, I'm going to sit here for 20 minutes before I get my
Those
food.
rays.
It's so awful.
That Taco Bell story like stressed me out.
going to say something. You looked like you were going to
Sucked all of your
Yeah.
energy out.
In reality, I could have gotten that out in about 3 sentences. But
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
still
but it
like,
wouldn't have been as funny. I wouldn't have been drawn in.
I'm trying to
Again, you need to add some lore music to the back.
I'm trying to process it still like as I speak.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Those people didn't feel real. We went out to eat one night
Maybe
and
it
I
was
was
a
like,
time loop Taco
Do
Bell.
you just want a cheese quesadilla?
yeah, we went to this one Italian restaurant in Roswell and I was like, these people are not real.
Are
They're
they
aliens.
We're like, when I'm here,
I'm family.
I'm
family.
not.
Well,
It's crazy.
I don't know. You might be an alien. Maybe we should keep an eye on
That
you.
lady showed back up. I want
Yes. I don't want
my
the lasagna
salad,
box.
breadsticks, and soup.
And on the drive down there, we stopped at a steakhouse called, or it was like a chicken fried steak place called Kitchen Post, I think.
Kitchen Post?
Yeah.
Where
In
at?
Ozona, Texas.
That's the greatest name for a town.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're in.
Dumbest.
It's so freaking long, dude.
They made a big deal about how they had 2 different chicken fried steaks. They had a regular and they had a gourmet, freaking gourmet.
What does that mean?
And
What the frick is a gourmet
It was the,
chicken fried
it was,
steak?
it was the funniest
They
thing to
wore a
us.
fancy hat.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing to us because we came up with these like dumb reasons
What
why
makes it gourmet?
gourmet would be $5 more, and like what the difference was. And then
One
like
just
some of the,
has gravy.
some of the reasons we came up with was like it's pre-salted, so you don't risk like getting salt in your eyes if you have to salt your own. And then Denver was like,
I cleaned the bathrooms on the
He's
gourmet.
yeah, he's like, yeah, the regular, the breading just comes on the side.
So wait. That then posits that the gourmet is a regular, normal chicken fried steak,
Yeah.
and the lower tier one, there's something wrong with it.
Something wrong. And we came up with this idea that the gourmet,
The one that's not gourmet, is beef.
yeah, we came up with this idea that the
I mean, chicken. That's what's so freaking confusing about the word chicken fried
the
steak.
gourmet is cooked at like the perfect center of the grill, and the regular ones are like cooked on the side where it's not cooked perfectly. But we were like, yeah, for the regular chicken fried steak, you have to like slide it into the breading yourself. And like the breading's not attached to it. And Michael got the regular chicken fried steak. And as soon as he starts cutting into it, like his breading just goes to crap. And so we just die laughing. But anyway, this place made a big deal about the gourmet, specifically chicken fried steak, being hand tenderized.
Mm.
And no one else was in the restaurant, and it was pretty quiet. So the entire time, you just hear in the back of the restaurant, and
When
it's
John Henry was.
it's so loud. And we're like, well,
John Henry was a mighty man.
You're like, is that the gourmet?
yeah, you
10-pound
can't
hammer.
deny it's hand tenderized.
20-pound hammer right in his hand.
But they're not using a hammer, and they're not
No.
using a fist either. They're in the kitchen slapping it with an open hand.
Yeah, and it's super scary because it's like a clear wall, or like it's backlit, so you can see the silhouette of the guy's hand and the
my
mallet
God.
slamming down.
Oh my goodness.
We had some crazy food stories on that trip. Yeah,
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, now that we're half an hour into the show, good night. Braxton.
Hello, nurse.
Braxton wanted to talk about our favorite movies from 2021. And I know that he has a list of his on a note card, which if you would like to flame him in the comments, be my guest.
I'm living in 2009.
Or before.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, so I feel like there's going to be lots of crossover between our lists. So would you like to go first? And then we can kind of
Well, how many
touch
do you
on all of
have?
them? So I actually wrote mine after Brett got here, but I knew what I wanted to talk about.
You have 4. You have 5.
I think no, I have 6.
Okay.
I lied.
I have
5.
10 plus 1, but
Okay.
the 1 plus 1 is not from this year. It's just something that I watched.
Let's do it counting down to number 1.
Oh, frick. I didn't put them in an order. I
What?
just wrote down 10
I put
movies.
mine in order.
I put mine in order.
That's what I was doing when I got to your house. I wrote down them, I wrote them down, and then I organized them in an order. But you don't have to.
I'll do it.
Okay. Well, while you do it, I'll talk. But I was going to say that we go now we'll catch up to y'all, but then, 10 and then 9 and then
Okay.
8, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'll start whenever we get to number 4.
Okay. Here's my honorable mentions. First is The King's Man, because I haven't seen it yet. But I feel like it has to be in my top 10. It's going to be in my top 10, even if it sucks. Because it's got dancing
You
Rasputin.
didn't say we could put stuff on our list that we haven't seen.
That's why it's an honorable mention. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an honorable mention.
Okay.
Also, Last Night in Soho was pretty good. There's a movie called Hard Luck Love Song, which is sort of like a country music themed thing. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
I never saw that, but I really wanted to.
It was good.
Mm-hmm. It's also a lot of possessives.
Yes. Dune is an honorable mention because I liked Dune, but I don't know. It just didn't stick with me. It was fine. It was
Dune is
cool.
on my list as well, but it's towards the bottom.
But it got pushed off. And also The Suicide Squad.
I haven't seen that either.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, so my honorable mention, I guess, of sorts, is not from this year, but it is The Village, and that is one that Christian told me I needed to watch. And
Well, we can do that too. We
it's
can
in-
say what's the best movie you watched
it's an
that
M.
you haven't
Night-
seen.
M. Night Shyamalan movie. Dude, the best one I've seen this year that I hadn't watched before was freaking Hot Fuzz. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yes.
Was that
yes,
this year?
I'm
Yes,
pretty sure that was
this year.
earlier this year.
I was going to
yeah.
say,
No way.
immediately whenever y'all said that, I was like, Hot
Yeah.
Fuzz. That's
Yeah.
Whoa.
that
I'm
was a
pretty
good
sure.
one.
Well, that makes
I don't
me
know,
proud.
man. I could go back and listen to the end of year episodes from last year, but I'm pretty sure that was in January or February this year.
It probably
or last
was
year,
actually.
I guess, since it's now 2022.
Oh.
So weird.
But yeah.
That this past year literally flew by. But anyway, I watched The Village on Christian's recommendation because I love M. Night Shyamalan movies, and I have to say, for literally, I don't know, half the movie, I was like, man, this is so weird. I have no idea what is going on, and then
There's this village.
there's one small kind of reveal that you have in that movie. Are you playing with the willy warmer?
No, I'm reading it because
You need one?
Instructions.
No. But
Edit that out.
There's like one. There's like I'm not. There's like one little piece in there where everything clicks, and you're like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like texting Christian like theories and stuff, and yeah, it was like literally like there's a big reveal at the end that kind of like reveals everything that's going on, but there's like one part where you pick up on like a small detail and it's like, oh my God, everything here makes sense now. And it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I texted Christian on like, I think it was like a Saturday or a Sunday, and I just had nothing going on. It had to have been a Saturday because I've watched football like every week this season. And I'm pretty sure that I texted Christian and I said, dude, what was that M. Night Shyamalan movie you told me to watch? It was The Village, right? And he's like, yeah. And dude, it's so good. Now I just need to watch Old, that actually came out last year and never saw.
Stop saying last year. I don't like it. Even though it's accurate.
It was last year.
I know.
I mean, we are talking about our favorite movies from last year.
Yeah.
Another movie that we watched all together was Fight Club.
We
true.
did watch Fight Club. Holy crap. We did it.
Captain Phillips.
We did it. We've done so a lot of the movies that we've watched this year, we've talked about on the podcast.
Yeah,
like, I don't know if you've known that or not, but whether they were new or like older
Right, we
movies
usually
that we
say
had just
something
watched for the
about
first time. Well, like several of them are literally the title of the episode is "We watched this."
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
And then we don't talk about that.
like Fight Club. Fight Club. We literally devoted like an entire episode to Fight Club, and I made some freaking sick cover art
Soap?
for it.
Oh.
What?
They make soap.
Yeah.
Out of human.
We
well,
also watched. Was it Captain Phillips?
Yes. Which we made a joke about just before we started recording.
Yeah.
Brad, didn't you say?
Yeah.
Oh, you said, look at me.
Look at me. And then you said,
You're the captain now.
yeah.
No tricks, Irish.
Now that has been said a lot.
That's been said too much.
That's been said a
We
lot.
get on kicks where we just repeat
That
the
has
same
been said
things
a
over
lot.
and over.
Something else that I watched
Yeah.
that was a recommendation by you
What?
was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, that's right.
How did you like it?
I liked it a lot.
That's my least favorite Christmas movie
I
ever.
love
It
it so
is.
much.
I think it's funny.
I love it.
It was really good the first time I watched it. It was less funny the second time
Mm-hmm.
because I watched
I hated
it.
Right.
I think I watched it January of last year,
Mm.
and then I watched it again
Yes.
right before.
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Christmas
hate
this
that
year.
movie.
Well, that's your opinion.
I know. I know lots of people like it.
But
and like my family likes it. It's not like
Yeah.
like my whole family doesn't like it. Like we watch it like every Christmas, but I just hate that movie, man. It freaking sucks.
But I remember whenever we did our Christmas movie bracket
right.
that I hadn't watched it and you recommended it, so
Yeah.
I did. I thought it was funny.
You got any honorable mentions for this year? Brett said he's only seen 4 movies all year.
Or new movies. I've seen a lot of
4
movies
new
I hadn't
movies.
seen. but
I would
yeah.
say the same. So I made 6 this year,
Hold on. Wait. Okay.
5 which have come out this year. 1 which I saw for the first time this year, but I put on because
That's
people
fine.
were like, "Oh, you're just watching this for the first time in 2021?" No way. Yes,
Can I guess what that is?
but you know what it is, and
Okay.
I saw most of it, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But my did not see list
And we need to see the rest of them.
is
With
Dune.
Christian.
I did
Mhm.
not see Dune.
Right.
No
You didn't
time.
miss out on much, by the way.
No Time to Die. I did not see that.
It was great.
You would have liked
I
that.
believe I was gone. And I listed some movies which probably would have made this top 10 or had a good shot. I just have not seen them.
Right.
So forgive me. The Last Duel looked kind of cool. The Green Knight, The French Dispatch, The Little Things, and then there's a comma. So it's like I was probably going to add something else.
What was that movie?
She'll
Was
never
it called
know.
Antlers?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that one?
No.
No. I thought that was one that you
About the
talked about
Wendigo?
for a while.
It's
yeah.
too scary. We maybe can watch it like during the day. And also if there's like a glare on the TV or something.
Well, we can watch it if I can make jokes about it while we're watching it.
I don't know, man. I don't like scary movies at all.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like the way the thing looked, so I'll probably never watch it.
Mm-mm. Yeah, Wendigo stuff creeps me out.
Yeah, I don't.
Especially.
Not a horror movie person at all.
So, do I need to go into my
I need
list?
to watch Halloween with you.
With me,
Yeah.
I think I've seen Halloween before.
Yeah.
But you know what really creeps me out, and I know that we've mentioned this before, but is like the Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff, like the animated ones. Bro,
Don't go in
there's-
Hot Topic, bro.
I can't stand it, dude. There's something about like those creatures that freaks me the crap out.
Yeah, Hot Topic scares me.
Yeah.
Also, the back half of Spencer's.
Christian,
Well, that's for a different reason.
I'm trying to remember if you were there, but do you remember it was our youth groups, my senior year, your junior year. We watched Sinister
Yeah.
over at Abigail's house.
Mr. Boogie.
That was like the scariest movie I've
Why
ever
did we
seen.
watch that? Was it their prom or something?
I can't remember why
Or was
we
it just
watched
a
that.
random. Because I know James was there in a horse mask that night.
What year was that?
That would have been 2013,
13.
man.
That checks. Yep.
But
2013, year of the horse mask.
yep, it was like me,
and then-
you, James, Abigail. Alyssa.
Callie, Alyssa.
I think that was it.
I think that probably was it.
You watched
And someone said,
Sinister.
"Hey, let's watch Sinister." And we're like, "Okay, yeah, cool, sounds good."
I'm the same as y'all. I don't like watching scary movies, but since all of them were, and we were like watching it as a group, I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I was like,
fun to watch as a group, but
I screamed like out loud a couple of times in that movie.
It's great. Like a big jump scare, and Brad's like, "Oh my god!"
I mean, it would have been way less creepy if they just didn't call him Mr. Boogie. Because that's like
see, to me, that immediately makes it funny. I couldn't take it seriously if someone's
That's like
called Mr. Boogie.
yeah, that's like a
Because I just
disco
think of a
name.
booger.
Yeah, they called him that because he was some like ancient demon
Yeah.
named Bugul or something.
What's even funnier?
And
Bugul is the name.
I just remember the scariest part is they would show these still photographs and he would like be in the background and then he would
and then he
move.
moved.
And it's like, he's not supposed to be
Do you
moving.
remember the ending when he picked up that kid and walked off, and there's like blood in the hallways?
I remember the lawnmower. Do you remember the lawnmower?
All right. I have to see this movie.
The family in the back of the car. Do you
Yes.
remember that one?
Yeah.
It was insane, dude.
Oh my God, the guy with the dumpster.
Oh my god! Did you see the guy with the chainsaw too?
See, I can do this too.
Crazy.
Yeah, we saw
Snorkel.
him.
Crazy.
And there were some boxes in an attic and a tree.
Yeah.
And he has a wife and he flies around.
There was some guy
Best watch of 2021 right there. Oblivion.
I think that was 2020.
that had to have been 2020.
That was 2020.
When we actually
We've joked
watched
about
it.
Oblivion
Oh, yeah.
for like years.
Well, I saw it in theaters and it was fantastic. Life-changing movie. If you've never seen Oblivion.
Really?
Yeah, man. You know you can raise this up, right? You just twist it.
That's so much better.
I was wondering why you were holding your mic stand like that. Good grief.
Do we look fun? Do we look good now?
Good
This
Lord.
looks
Okay, who wants to go
dangerous.
first and how are we
I'll go-
doing this,
I'll
Braxton?
go first.
All right,
Do you want to go through your top 10?
Yeah,
or
we
like
can just go.
No,
this way.
let's go in order. So first we'll go back and forth. Just me and you. We'll do it quick. And then once we get to like
how many
6 or something.
How many did you say? You had 6?
I got a 6.
How many you have?
4.
4. Okay.
Okay. So my 10th movie was Jungle Cruise.
Dang, you saw a whole lot more movies than me then, because that's way up on my list.
Well, it's because I really enjoyed Jungle Cruise.
I thought it was great.
I really liked it, but it just didn't like. I don't know. It didn't like stay with me a bunch, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So my number 10 is Luca, which was the
Fish.
Pixar movie with the mermaids, and I
Isn't
have
he
seen it a couple
merman?
times. Well, I guess whatever.
Were they them?
Merchild.
I don't know. Merman. like Spider-Man. He's a
Spider-Man.
the merman.
MERMA.
But anyway, so the plot of the movie is they're mermen and they're kids, and when they adventure out into like the human world, they lose their tails, and it's like forbidden, and so they go and
Because of course it is.
explore and
Do they still have clams on their
Awesome.
nipples?
no, they should wear clothes.
Oh. I didn't know if they lost that too.
No.
No, those stay on.
Good Lord. But yeah, I mean, I just thought
These are things you have to flesh out in the writer's room.
I thought that one was
Oh,
pretty
you know
good.
they did.
Like, I just love Pixar movies too, and I thought that one was really, really good.
Next up.
Mermaid. Okay.
You want to go next?
My number 9 was Free Guy
I never saw Free Guy.
because I really liked Free Guy. Well, the comedy
Isn't
was really
Ninja
good.
in there? Doesn't he make a cameo in Free Guy? As
Yeah,
like
there's
a gamer
several
or something?
streamers that are in it. The part I liked about the movie is like, well, the comedy, because Ryan Reynolds is always good,
He's hilarious.
but it also
bro.
kind of it's sort of one of the best movies about video games because it talks about like Taika Waititi is basically like the head of an EA like company
oh, really?
that's evil, essentially.
Yeah.
So it kind of talks about that stuff. But the whole sentient AI thing, where the story goes, the kind of like,
Man.
it doesn't really stick the landing, but it was really good.
Okay. My number 9, I actually went and saw with Christian, I believe. And that is Raya and the Last Dragon.
I saw that as well, and
Yeah.
it was good.
I thought it was really good.
Was
I,
it?
want to rewatch
Disney
it.
Pixar stuff I
That's-
like really, really enjoy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It's a
This is
Disney-
that was
an
a
animated
Disney,
one.
yeah,
right?
Disney movie. Aquafina's like the main dragon, I think, right?
Mhm.
Or is she the main character? She's the dragon.
No, she's the dragon.
Yeah, I thought that one was really good. It's interesting to see like a Disney movie from like a Chinese, like Asian kind of perspective,
Mhm.
because a lot of them are like princesses and stuff,
European,
like
basically.
European style.
No, it was cool.
But yeah, I mean, she freaking saves
Well,
dragons.
What I liked about it is how it showed like they went through the different regions. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
like that.
I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it had a very similar
I like
kind
maps.
of ending to Shang Chi,
Yeah, it did.
which was interesting.
Mm-hmm. It did. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, very good. Highly recommend.
Oh, okay. My number 8 is a film that nobody saw. It is called Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
That was my number 4.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
okay. Dang it. You got me.
Brent saw 4 movies all year, and that's one
That's
of them.
one of them. Priorities. It's just like, it's a stupid, weird.
Did you go watch that in
comedy.
theaters,
Or
or did
Yeah.
that come like straight to streaming?
no, I think I did watch it in theater.
Oh, really?
I gotta use the stubs.
Yeah,
I gotta
bro.
use AMC stubs.
Me too. Now
But
I gotta go.
but no, it was just a weird, funny comedy that only people like me would enjoy.
Yeah, that's so funny. So that was number 7, right?
8.
10, 9. Okay, we're on 8. So my number 8 is Dune.
Mhm.
And I almost didn't put it on my list at all because I didn't think it was that good. And I've taken a lot of heat for that in different circles because there are people who are like, Dune's the greatest movie ever. And I'm like, dude, I sat there for 2 hours
Blade
and
Runner
nothing.
2049 is better.
I was like, I sat there for 2 hours and nothing happened. I was like, the second movie that they make could be epic. And
Yeah.
it looks like, based on like the flash forwards and stuff that he was seeing, it looks
It
like
could be cool.
it will be awesome. But he's on a sand planet.
It's coarse
Nothing
and rough
happens.
and irritating.
There's a giant worm, and he sees Zendaya's character in these visions, and then you see her on screen for like 30 seconds. And then the movie
you're not wrong.
and then the movie ends, and you're like,
The whole
I
movie
sat
is like
here
a
for
tease.
2.5 hours for that?
So it's like Luke Skywalker in what, The Force Awakens. Is that right?
What?
The first
No,
Star Wars.
Well, Ryan's exaggerating a little bit, but it's like Zendaya's in the movie, but like percentage of the movie she's in is probably about 10%.
She's in the trailer more than she's in the actual
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
Okay.
She's in it, but for the whole runtime, she's not really in it
No,
by percentage at all.
Okay.
I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah.
And you
I'm
can
glad I went and saw it, but
feel free to debate me or whatever in the comment section. Like, I will love to read your comments about this one. But
the
Dune,
sequel will make or break it.
I think it will, and I think the sequel will most likely be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I could eat my words, and it's terrible.
It
but,
would be funny
I
if
mean,
it was awful.
Well, but I don't see how it couldn't be good when the
Yes.
reviews about the first one, which I thought was kind of awful and just boring. It wasn't that it was that bad. Like, the visuals of it are really cool. The score of it, okay. But it was just boring. Like, nothing happened, really.
Nothing has stuck with me. I'm not sitting here thinking about Dune,
No. Like, there was
but
nothing.
I will think about the other ones.
There was nothing about it that I was like, wow, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. Even though it's like, that was all over the trailers for it. Was like, movie of the year. And I'm like, how? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I was like, it wasn't that good. So yeah, number 8 is Dune. And like I said,
nude.
if you thought it was the movie of the year, I'd love to hear your debate.
What are we on now?
We're on number
7.
7.
Oh, 7 is Shang-Chi. I really liked it. And I don't know. It was just a solid Marvel movie origin thing.
Would you like to guess my number 7?
I don't know.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then
These are just the order that I wrote them in for the most part. I moved
Okay.
around like 2 movies. But yeah, I thought Shang-Chi was really good. And it was kind of a different sort of Marvel movie. I don't know.
it was a lot more of a specific story, which is enjoyable to get back
Yeah.
to, basically. You know what I
And
mean?
like, I guess I could see how he would fit into like the Marvel universe.
Yeah. He can throw stuff around and fly stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, I think
He doesn't
even,
have a wife.
I think even if he doesn't get roped in somehow to all their stuff, like, it was a solid movie.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
just
it
a
was
good
really
standalone
good.
movie.
Yeah, it was a good origin story movie. And it's kind of nice that that one was made before he was ever in any other movie,
Yeah.
because you know that at the end, I don't know if you watched like the post credit scenes, but like the people that are there talking to him are like the Doctor Strange
Mm-hmm.
new guy or whatever after the blip.
Yes. It's
But-
a weird statement.
Well,
And they sing karaoke.
yeah, they do sing karaoke, but I thought it was really good.
Okay, 6.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to start here. My number 6 was The Matrix Resurrections, which is what we saw. last night.
See, I didn't even put that one on my list. Like, I thought it was
It
really
may be recent bias. I don't know.
well. It's also did it come out in 2021?
Mhm.
It did. It was before Christmas or before the New Year.
Yeah.
And it's just been.
it was
on.
like just before Christmas.
What was that one again?
The new Matrix movie. I liked it.
I thought it was really good. And I've never seen any of the other Matrix movies. I mean, I kind of understood what was going on for a little bit, but I think I would have.
still know kung fu.
I still think I would have probably enjoyed it a little more had I seen the first couple movies.
Right.
Especially just the first, like the Matrix movie.
Yeah.
Just because at the beginning, I had a hard time figuring out whether or not they were actually in the
what
Matrix
was
at
real.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, this is reality. And I'm like, their reality sucks.
Yeah.
Like, what? I was like, dude, no wonder why they're in the Matrix all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had there were like little things in there that, especially at the beginning, because it flashes kind of between like his character, like Neo, and the girl that's
Mhm.
ends up being like one of the main characters at the end. Not Trinity, the
The
blue haired girl. And
Boom.
She did have blue hair. but like they were obviously in the Matrix. But it was like when it was flashing
It's
back
funny
and
hearing you
forth, I'm
talk
like,
about it.
Are they in the? Is he in the Matrix too?
What is the Matrix?
Well, like, I mean, I guess I understand like
Right,
what
what
the
it
Matrix
is, but-
is, just because it's like so ingrained in
Yeah.
our culture at this point, I guess.
Mhm.
I mean, red pill or blue pill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was really good, but there were several times, especially at the beginning of the movie, like once you leaned over and like, this is reality. And like, they kind of started like explaining a little more. I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But up until that point, I was like, I'm so confused. Like, it's really good, but I have no idea what's going on.
Flying around. People are going like, "Bleh," and their faces change.
He has a wife and they fly around.
It all goes back to that.
Yep.
Well, he does have a wife and they do fly around.
They do. They kind of do. Yep.
All right.
Anyway.
Christian, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Old.
Oh, yeah?
I went and saw it once. And it's like middle of the road Shyamalan movie. It's got all the key factors that make it a Shyamalan movie. But it's also one of those that you go on a weekend and then you talk about it for 20 minutes after with whoever you saw it with. And then there's no thought on it beyond that. It entertains you while you're there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I like this about it after.
Yeah.
And then it's not much more than that. And there's nothing
That's
wrong
fine.
with that. But I only saw 6 movies this year, I believe, that came out this year. Well, 5 that came out
Did you
this
have
year.
Raya and the Last Dragon on your list?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, never mind.
No, I remember.
I was going to say, oh.
I remember we saw that one.
So my number 6 movie is Jungle Cruise. And I was super excited for that movie just because it seemed a lot like, with The Rock being in it, it seemed a lot like Jumanji-esque.
Yes.
Which I was
And
super,
it was.
which it kind of was, which I was super excited about. But the CGI and stuff in that movie was kind of crazy. Like some of the like dead
It was very creative.
were they pirates or
Conquistadors.
conquistadors? So like, yeah, some of the dead like conquistadors, whenever they like CGI'd them, like the dude with bees or what, like that was crazy.
Oh,
It was
yeah, there's
super-
a dude
It
made
was
of
super
bees.
crazy
Yeah.
to look at.
Beads? No, bees.
Bees. It was super crazy and super cool to look at.
There's going to be dead conquistadors outside. That was,
Please say that again. No. It's a, it's a jungle cruise. Of course, there's going to be conquistadors made of bees outside. All right, so there was a film
That
made
was-
in the 2000s called Barnyard. We got to start there.
Good grief.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that needs to be a thing now. Of like, of course, it's a blank. There's going to be blanks outside with any sort of piece of media.
Yeah, but I thought Jungle Cruise was great. And any movie with The Rock, it seems like nowadays is just
It's pretty.
really freaking
Even if
good.
it's bad, it's good.
It's still got The Rock in it, so it's usually pretty solid.
It's like, I made a giant gorilla. Oh no. It's got the rock in it.
Yeah.
Cow farm.
Cow farm.
All right, cows outside.
Braxton, back to you. Brett still is not. We're not at Brett's list
My number
yet.
5 is Barnyard now.
Have you watched that this year?
No.
We should.
Oh my God, I'm afraid to watch it.
I
don't know why.
I did watch it
The
not too long
cows
ago.
bother me.
I did watch it not too long ago. I don't think I actually finished it, but I watched.
It
like,
probably doesn't
some
hold
of
up.
It holds up, dude.
Oh
It's
my-
really good.
Is my memory failing me? Did they release The Thing in the movie or was that a TV show?
They had a TV show after the movie called Back at the Barnyard.
Uh-huh. But did they release The Thing
Oh, it was in the movie.
in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Thing. I forgot about that.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a hairy? Or
It's
wait,
a
what is it?
hairball that
It's a hairball.
bounces
It
around.
looks like
Okay.
Cousin It.
Huh?
It looks like Cousin It
Yeah.
from
But
the
it's
Addams
not
Family.
The Thing. Its name is Wild Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Because before he comes out, everybody's chanting, Wild Mike, Wild Mike, Wild Mike, Wild Mike. And then the music starts playing.
What song plays?
It's like it's something like that, isn't it?
No, not exactly.
Or what is it?
We
Is it
should
like
look- we'll have
banjo,
to
like
look it
hip
up.
hop music?
Kinda. And then it has like some kind of weird lyrics, and it's like, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a freaking rave, like up in the club dance mix. That's it.
Hold on. I have to see. Show me what. Hold on.
What Wild Mike looks
Show me
like.
Show me what Wild Mike looks
Wild
like.
Mike is just this like brown fuzzball guy, and he jumps around. He's got like does he have arms or is it just legs? I can't remember.
I think it might be just legs.
The cows just.
No, I think he does
bother
have
me.
arms because I think at one point he stands up like this at like the end or something. Yeah, he's got arms and legs. And then everyone falls down during like the breakdown of the song, and then he starts like twitching, and he starts like bouncing around again. And everybody jumps up and like goes crazy.
But here's the thing, though, and this is true. That movie, I'm the most conflicted on that film than any other movie ever.
Why?
Because I really, really want to rewatch it to remember what the hell it was, but at the same time, I really don't want to remember what it was.
Why
I
not,
kind of wish
man?
I could forget it. The animation and just
It's
the
really
cows.
good, bro.
Oh,
Did you watch the TV show too?
not willingly,
Bro, it was so good.
but it
What
was
you talking
always
about?
on, and I hated that it was
Remember
always
that?
on.
Was it in the movie or the TV show where they killed the farmer? Or they thought they killed the farmer?
That has to be in the TV show.
I don't remember. I think
You killed the farmer.
well, I think it was in the movie. They like thought they killed the farmer and they like knocked him out. Oh, because
That was the health inspector.
No. So they're having a party in the barn and he opens it up and sees them and they just kick him and knock him out. And they sit him by a tree with like a book and like his pitchfork or something. So it looks like when he wakes up, he's like, oh, snap.
They ride on.
I was here the whole.
Hogs
I was
on
just
motorcycles.
I was just
dude.
dreaming that.
They ride on motorcycles.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Oh my god!
It's a freaking masterpiece,
Wild
man.
Mike. Why did you remember? Is that the one where they have the Thing come out and dance?
That's why I wasn't
Yeah.
sure what the thing was.
I was like Kurt Russell.
No.
You got in dances.
Mm.
Oh god. Okay. Anyway, back
I
on
don't know
track.
if I want to watch it.
Okay, exactly. I'm conflicted.
It's just so
we need to
emotional
watch
when
it.
Otis's dad dies.
Oh, it is, dude. It's sad.
No,
I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
The fact that Sam Elliott did
When
that
the
and now he's in like
gates
one of the
of hell-
hit shows of 2021 is hilarious.
Yeah, 1883.
His
Yeah.
mustache could be bigger though, but
It could be. Yeah, the first time I really remember like watching Sam Elliott do anything was on the ranch.
All right, number 5.
all right. Number 5 was a great little film called Pig.
Mm.
I saw that one, but I never actually watched it.
It was a Nick Cage movie, and
Of
I really
course.
liked it.
Speaking of, we saw the trailer for an upcoming Nick Cage movie last night where he plays himself,
Yes,
which was
Insane.
It looks crazy.
I like how I was fake reaching for the button. You're like,
no,
don't do it.
I'm not ready.
Don't.
I mean, he's not ready.
My number 5 barely made the cut. Not because it wasn't good enough to make the cut, but it came out on January 1st, 2021. And it was Eric Andre's Bad Trip.
How did I forget about that? Because it was on Netflix.
It was on Netflix.
I never saw that.
That was top 5.
It was
mainly
really
because
good.
it was
One of 6.
one of 6. But
And one of the few straight comedies that came out.
yeah, it's Hood Borat essentially is what it was.
I guess I need to watch it then.
It's
Hood Borat. That's hilarious.
it's pretty good.
That's pretty funny. So my number 5 is
Wait. Did Borat 2 come out this year?
No, that was 2020.
Okay,
That
thank
was
God.
October 2020.
I can't pass that up.
Yeah, it was like towards the end of 2020.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It's like October 23rd.
Whoa.
So my number 5 movie is No Time to Die. And if you've been around the podcast for a while, you know that we went through and watched all the other James Bond movies before we went and
Well,
saw
all
No
the
Time to
Daniel
Die.
Craigs.
All the Daniel Craig.
I watched all the James Bond movies before it came out because I'm insane. I'm a
Well, it's because
I'm
you
a
found that
masochist.
you found that.
I found the
Great
Blu-ray
deal.
set for $10
Yeah.
with all of them in it
So
in a thrift store.
Might as
Freaking
well.
madman.
Anyway,
Yeah. So that one was really, really freaking good. There's very little from that movie that I was wanting that didn't come to fruition in some way. But I mean, that's probably the end of his era.
yes, it is. It is, and it was a good end. And it just had the feel of a really
It was sad too.
epic
I almost cried.
movie. You know, it's very movie. It's a very movie-like movie,
Yeah, I
which
almost
is always
cried.
fun.
It was really sad.
Some of the James Bond movies are sad.
All right, you ready for number 4? Brett's ready, so you can actually talk about one.
Okay. I have number 4. Remember that? Oh, my number 4 is No Time to Die. Yeah, everything I just said. I really liked it.
My number 4, which I saw for the first time this year, is the first Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, and now we have to watch all of them. I just
Oh my
watched
God.
the new like Harry Potter Return to
Reunion thing?
Hogwarts,
yeah,
bro.
I've just started watching. I
It's
haven't
good.
got through the whole
So
thing yet.
good.
It'll
but-
bring a
dude.
tear to your eye.
It
Yep.
really, I started tearing up. Like it's well, I mean, you guys like you watched the movies. I watched the movies,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how many times that I've seen Harry Potter. I've been to like the Harry
You
Potter.
read them, didn't you?
I've read a couple of them. I need to read the rest of them. But I vividly remember like watching them in theaters. Not like maybe the first couple, but even maybe the first couple. But like especially the last several. Like I
Yeah.
remember being in the theater, and it was, dude. Those movies are so freaking good.
Yep.
We have to watch all of them with Christian now. And I mean, they're clearly like a big cultural deal as well.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, I think they talked about it in the Return to Hogwarts thing quite a bit, but it was like, why does this resonate with people so much? And it's like, well, like everybody in the movie is kind of a misfit. Like everybody's got their own quirks, but everybody's like loved and included. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what people strive to be is like,
I strive to be Malfoy.
yeah.
Not really.
Slytherin.
But
Not Slytherin, eh?
yeah. No, we need to have a Harry Potter movie weekend with Christian
That would-
and
yeah, that
just
would be
like
fun.
watch
Yep.
all of them because I feel
Well,
like
we need to break it up.
what do you mean?
We can't watch all of them in one day.
I didn't mean in one day. You can't watch all of them in one day, but you could do it in a weekend. They do it
Yeah.
all the time.
That would be fun.
So we start at 1 and end with Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's gonna be so fun,
I just love to think about making fun of them while watching them, which I enjoy also.
dude. I don't make fun of them.
And come on, yes you do.
No, I don't.
You know how much I love Star Wars.
Yes,
I watch them and actively like roast them and make jokes while I watch them,
that's because
and I love them,
that's because they're funny.
but not intentionally.
Teach their own.
There's not as much of that in Harry Potter though. But there is a little bit when they're little kids. They're funny because like the way they say lines is funny sometimes.
Not Leviosa.
And they're little British children too, which is funny. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, you get to see like in the
Leviosa.
Return to Hogwarts, they have like lots of like footage from when they actually like
Or,
filmed
like, home
Harry
videos.
Potter and stuff like behind the scenes with
Yeah, I
them
love
when
them.
they were little.
They're so cute.
dude.
It is.
Yeah.
They're-
Like you really forget how like young they were when they
Yes.
first did those first movies.
It's weird too, because like they're older than us,
Yeah, just by a couple years.
but when you look back at them,
It
looking
feels
so
like,
little,
oh, that's was like us.
Yeah. yeah,
That's
So-
for sure.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
This is my turn.
Harry. Yeah.
Anyway, we talked about your movie for you. Sorry.
I was just gonna say thanks, Braxton, for letting me watch
So
The Return to Hogwarts.
my number
You're watching it on my account?
Yeah.
That's fine. I
my
forgot I gave it to you.
my number 4 movie is Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Ooh.
And Ghostbusters Afterlife was It was special,
It's
man.
pretty darn good.
It was special.
Pretty good.
And I think, like, I know that at some point I have like watched most of Ghostbusters, but I don't know that I ever sat down and like actually watched the whole movie. And we watched the first one before we went and saw Ghostbusters Afterlife. And it was so freaking good, man. It was really good.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't like the cast
I
was
like it, the
great.
ghost.
The writing was good. Like the story, like the plot of the movie was really solid. Like there was nothing. I feel like they did the Ghostbusters like franchise justice with that one.
I think so.
It was really good. All right, making his debut on the list with his 4 movies for 2021.
Wait, we're
Where is it? Which one are you looking for?
the one he just pushed.
Oh, it's this one.
I just found that one. I had to hear it.
I was just hoping that there would be some chance that would be a drum roll and I would get lucky. It wasn't.
It's okay.
So, my debut movie on the list is actually a movie that came out in 2017, but was re-released in 2021 with a director's cut. And that is Zack Snyder's
God.
Justice League.
You actually watched that thing?
That thing was 4 hours long.
Yeah.
First
I
of all,
sat down and tried to watch it, and I have not watched any Justice League stuff because I really am not a DC person.
I'm not either. I
And
prefer Marvel.
I sat
but
down to watch it, and I think I watched it for like an hour and a half, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on, and I just turned it off.
once,
What did you like about
I was
it?
like,
Once
this
I
is
made
not
it-
worth my time.
once I made it an hour in, I was committed,
Yeah.
and I had the time to do it.
It had you.
'Cause
in it.
I
I
thought I
think-
was committed. I was not.
Yeah. But anyways, so I thought it wasn't too bad. I preferred it over the original Justice League. I thought it was a lot darker. There's a lot more blood, a lot more cussing. I mean, you don't really see cussing a whole lot in superhero movies. You'll see it occasionally, but not to the degree that they did, I think, in this
Yeah.
movie.
Mhm.
But I thought overall it was a good story.
Mhm.
I guess the thing that I like the most is just seeing all these major superheroes. I mean, it's like the Avengers, just seeing all
right.
these different
All together.
superheroes interact with each other, especially Batman and Superman. And they have to like bring Superman back to life.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I haven't.
it's
I,
a good.
to give him mouth to mouth. My mouth.
I don't think I've seen Batman other than being traumatized by it on the bus for Batman football games.
That's why you don't like DC, isn't it? It's even
Yeah,
great in your brain.
I didn't really like it before then. They were like, let's watch The Dark Knight, and I'm like, I think I'm good. So,
I just picture you
so,
on that
so,
bus.
I mean, it definitely didn't help, but it's not the reason that I don't like DC. I will say I have watched
Kill the Batman.
I have watched Wonder Woman. I don't remember if I watched the first one or just the 1984 one. The Gal Gadot's friggin' awesome in those.
Mhm.
Those movies are really good. I've never really watched Superman. Haven't seen Suicide Squad or anything like that. I never watched the original Justice League. Like, really, I was trying to think about it, and I was like, which ones have I actually watched? I think Aquaman.
Whoa! It's the only thing I know about it.
It was really good. I feel like there's something weird about those movies. Like they almost like Marvel tries to draw you in and try to like make you relate to their world. Like it's just like a normal world, and these people just happen to have like stumbled upon these things that make them like superheroes. Whereas DC is like this big grandiose thing. Like I just like picture the big scene from Aquaman where they like go and they have the big battle, like where the Kraken comes in at the end and stuff. And I just remember being like, I feel really like detached from this movie. Like it's really awesome,
There's so much going on.
but it's like it's so grandiose and like big picture that it's like,
eating itself, essentially.
yeah,
Almost.
I mean, I don't know. And I just kind of feel that way about. And I watched The Joker. Like it was pretty good.
Oh, I watched The Joker this year too. I'm not going to put it on my list though.
Yeah, it didn't come out this year.
I
don't
think it came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that would be like,
Gamers Rise
This
Up.
is what we're talking about. Is last year? You're talking about 2020.
2 years ago.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I've just never really liked the DC stuff all that much.
Yeah, and I'll say I still prefer. Is it Christopher Nolan that played Batman?
Yeah.
Before, because this has
Well,
been
he directed them.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
Nolan's
meant. That's what I
they're
meant.
Nolan's movies.
Who's the actor?
Bale.
Christian Bale. That's right.
Yeah, those still hold up really
Yeah,
well.
I prefer that trilogy way more than any of these new Batman or
Yeah.
or Justice League movies. But I saw it this year and put the time and effort into watching a 4-hour movie.
Yeah.
But that is my number 4 out of 4. So
1 for each hour.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Okay.
Pick number 3, my lord.
All right, check Shrek off your bingo card. My number 3 was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
My number
That was your
3.
number 3?
Yeah,
Nope.
dude.
Oh
My
my
number
God.
3 is
what
also
are your top 2?
It's pretty obvious,
my.
but I really liked it.
Mine is also Spider-Man.
That's your number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. My number 3, which is a toss-up because my top 3 are like very strong in my opinion.
Wait.
As far as I am concerned. But my number 3 on my list is Tick Tick Boom.
Mm-hmm.
And we were actually watching Tick Tick Boom. That would be my 4th time to watch it in like 2 weeks. And I probably would have watched it more had I not felt like I needed to like give it a breather, so I didn't like
That's almost adding up to one
burn out
Justice
on
League.
it. It's actually more than
I
one
know.
Justice League. But I know we talked about it a little bit last week. But Tick Tick Boom is kind of an interesting movie. So it is directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who I think did an absolutely fantastic job. Andrew Garfield plays Jonathan Larson, and the story is about Jonathan Larson, who wrote Rent. He is a musical theater writer. And Jonathan Larson also wrote a musical, which was like his first big, which I think it was more off Broadway than it was on Broadway. I'm not even sure it made it to Broadway, but he wrote a musical called Tick Tick Boom, which at the end of the movie, basically his, oh man, what is it? What exactly is she? Like his agent of sorts, basically tells him, hey, like next time, try to write about something you know. Because like his first musical is about like this, what was considered at the time a dystopian future where everyone has these handheld media devices and their lives are consumed and they watch the rich and famous through their screens, which is basically what
Sounds like it sucks.
it sounds like what we do now. But he wrote this musical called Superbia. And Superbia, the music in it is phenomenal from what they like put in Tick Tick Boom, the movie. And so I kind of wish that someone had actually picked it up because it's really, really solid. And he worked on it for like 8 years. But essentially Tick Tick Boom is like detailing this like week of his life leading up to his 30th birthday and his first like performance of sorts, with like all of these big musical theater people coming to watch. And he's doing his first performance of Superbia. And it like flashes back and forth between like his life and Tick Tick Boom, like his rock monologue. And it's really freaking good. And I love the music in it. I think I've listened to the album like 50 times now. I know all the words to all the songs. I like musicals, if you can't tell. I think it's climbed its way up into my upper echelon of movies, like favorite movies ever, which probably topping the list right now would probably be The Greatest Showman. Which, I mean, that could be a toss-up because I do love Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, please, Lord, in 2022,
Let there
Let
be a
us get
Sherlock Holmes 3.
3.
Yes.
Please.
But Tick Tick Boom is my number 3 movie. It could very easily be my number 1, but there are 2 strong contenders, which will be unveiled here in a second, as I'm sure Braxton has a couple of the same.
So my number 3 is one that I think all of y'all have already mentioned, and that is Jungle Cruise.
Nice.
Look at you.
We watched that
Joining
together.
the party.
Ryan invited me and Lindy to go watch that movie. And the main reason why I remember it, the time when we went and saw it, is because that was
a baby.
literally a day before Lindy.
Oh, wow.
It was that's right. It was the day before.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That's
so
funny.
Sitting in the movie theater with
That's why her middle name's The Rock. Explains so much.
Macy the Rock
Oh,
Eccles.
my God. Like,
The Rock.
But
I thought her middle name was Dwayne.
it goes by either.
no, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. To me, I always thought it was kind of a mix between Pirates of the Caribbean and Jumanji.
Yeah. Yep.
Visuals were really good, like you mentioned. I thought the story was good. I liked seeing the conquistador background.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. If
Just-
it didn't have that in it, I would be like, I'd be more lukewarm.
Yeah.
But the fact that that was worked into it, I was like, okay, you got me.
Yeah.
and then
I thought it
also
was really
in
good.
kind of the same time period as World War One. So all the historical stuff.
It had the
The submarine.
the submarine guy was the cop from Game Night, which we watched previously.
This year.
Didn't we determine that he was also the bully in Like Mike?
Yes, which we didn't realize until later.
I
But
think
yes.
I knew that.
And
And
I was
when I
like,
looked it up, I
what?
was like, whoa.
What?
I watched Like Mike the other day. Fantastic movie. Literally
I
one
haven't
of
seen
my
that
all-time favorites.
ever.
I thought you were about to say I haven't seen that movie. And
No,
I
I've
was about
seen
to freaking smack you.
Well, let me explain it to you. He's
I
like,
just haven't seen it.
Bro,
Mike.
I just remember watching that so many times as a kid. And I at one point I had some like Jordan shoes and I
Trying to
wrote
get 'em
MJ on them. And I would tie my shoes and be like, make me like Mike. And then I was
Did you
freaking
try to
unreal at basketball.
Get him on a
I swear it was magic.
telephone pole.
and then it makes you kind of
Struck
depressed.
by
Where it's
You know,
like,
I thought about it a
probably
couple
made
times.
it.
I was like, man, maybe the problem with these shoes is that they weren't like on an electrical
on a
pole. And I got,
magical pole.
yeah. Maybe that's the problem. You just have to get electrocuted to make them
Or
possibly die in the process.
Michael
Hector
Jackson.
Zeroni throws them off a bridge and they land on your head.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. Or
Michael
Michael Jordan has to bite
the
you.
mountain.
like
Mm.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Right.
Oh my god.
He has to bite you and then give you some of his blood,
Good
Mhm.
Lord. All right. What's
Number
your number 2 movie?
like a vampire.
Where the frick are we going?
My number 2. All I can say is about family. It's Fast 9.
What's your number 1 movie then? Holy balls.
It's Fast 9. And again, we've discussed this before. Not because it was a good movie. Not because of any other reason that it was possibly the best movie theater experience I've ever had in my life. Just everyone
Yeah.
there seeing on an opening night the confusion of the Jurassic Park trailer thing.
Bro, that was my second favorite movie of the year.
Anticipating. But dude, it delivered, and it was so bad, but so confusingly good.
I thought it was great,
so-
man. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're not good movies, but they're also
Bro,
great.
What are you talking about? This is a masterpiece of cinema. What are you talking about?
It's just one of my favorite things and
It's so
a great
good.
joy in my
It's
life.
so freaking good.
Yeah.
Seeing them go to space.
My number 2 is Raya and the Last Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And I should qualify that earlier I looked at your thing and I completely forgot about the movie. So I'm going to add a 1.5,
That's fine.
which is Fast 9.
That was fun, wasn't it?
It was good. So we
Yeah.
share it. We share number 2. Well, we share 2 and 1.5 together.
Yeah. So
Remember when he pulls the chains?
yes.
Okay, sorry. Just had to mention that.
My number 2 is also Fast 9. Because
Because every time
I
they
had
cut
it
back
at-
to them in space, it made us laugh.
yeah, and man, I love Fast and Furious. Like, I think it is one of the best, the best franchises ever made. And I don't know that there will ever be anything that is able to top it because it is so many movies at this point.
Yeah.
And it's just, it literally laughs at itself in this movie, which is really interesting and kind of crazy that actually happens.
It's to that point now.
Yeah, man. But I thought it was really freaking good.
Yeah.
There's so many crazy things that happen in that movie.
It was 3 movies worth of crap piled into.
It's so good. And the only reason that it's not my number 1 movie is because of a special event that happened in that movie. But dude, I thought it was great. And there was very little of that one too that I could have thought of that would have been like, oh, dude, they should have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they ticked all the boxes.
Then some.
It was great. It was great.
Okay.
You ready for my number 2?
We ain't waiting all day.
My number 2 is Spider-Man No Way Home.
What the frick is your number 1 then? Oh, it's gonna be Fast 9, isn't it?
No, it's not. No, yeah. So I can lead this in because yours is that's number 1 for you, I know, at this point. But yeah, I went and watched it with Lindy just a few days ago, actually, here in town. And yeah, just the fact that there's multiple Spider-Men and
Dude,
just callbacks to all their different franchises with the same bad guys, same actors.
Yeah.
I mean, it just ticked all the boxes.
Trying
It was
to
really
get
good.
everything you want while the world makes you choose. See,
your
my
no-
chin started sticking out when I said that. I kind of
Yeah.
get how he does it.
what's your number 1?
My number 1. He blew up. Oh, never mind. Maybe a spoiler, but anyway.
What is your number 1?
My number 1.
It's so bad.
Go
you
to
couldn't
the
remember.
note card.
It's Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It was
so
just
good, man.
solid.
It was really
And I know I'm going to rewatch it a
Mhm.
bunch of times
Yeah.
in the future.
I thought about that the other day. I was
So-
like, I really would like to rewatch that. The
So,
dad
yeah,
jokes.
That's why it's there.
The dad jokes
It's
stole
gonna
the
be
show, bro.
enjoyable.
The dad
For years to
jokes
come.
stole the show.
And
You know they did.
podcast. Podcast.
Yeah, and podcast. Can't forget podcast.
I want the podcast TV show.
Just him.
Yeah.
What if he just did a podcast?
Well, yeah, but then that might be too meta.
You never know, bro.
What if that actor starts a podcast?
He probably already has one.
Yeah, he probably does. Yeah.
He probably already has one. Christian, what's your number 1, bro?
My number 1 is a movie I think.
My number 1 is the movie I think.
my number 1 is a movie that I have seen 3 times.
In theaters?
Yeah. And it was so cool. It was such a good feeling. It's one of the coolest feeling movies I've ever felt just because it included all the things that I love and I'm interested in. And it may not have been like my favorite style of movie, but just the feel of it was insane and loved it. And it felt great to watch. And that
Well,
movie
good night, everybody.
is, I don't know, I looked at my list because obviously I, remember it. It is Jungle Cruise.
Nice.
Heck yeah, man.
Mhm.
Dude, Jungle Cruise, it was very solid. And that was a very like Christian kind of movie too.
Yeah.
The combination of things was just
Yeah.
was very right on the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
There were a lot of factors for that movie that I could see why you would see that 3 times.
Yeah, just it had like supernatural stuff and conquistadors.
Mm-hmm.
If a movie could have that, if they had that in Spider-Man, I would say Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
plus the jungle.
my number one is Spider-Man No Way Home. And if somehow you have avoided spoilers at this moment, go ahead and skip ahead a little bit because I'm going to flash it up on the screen here that we're having spoilers because I'm sick of holding this in. There is nothing about that movie that I think I could have asked for more. I saw a poster in...
You were like, I just please, for the love of God, blow up Aunt May.
I saw... No. God bless.
That's what I was going to say earlier. I was like, dude, he blew up Aunt May. What a jerk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't exactly blow her up. He hit her with his glider. Like, she died almost the same way that he did. And then he blew her
I thought
up.
it was the Gerblin bomb.
No. So she's standing there.
The
and
green
Peter's
Gerblin.
like telling her to move, and he calls the glider in, and it hits her in the back, and like flips her over, and then she's like alive with Peter, but you can tell like she's dying.
Then
then she dies, and then he throws the bomb and blows the whole building up.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, she was already dead at that point. But I mean, I saw a poster in like June for this movie, and it had 3 different like spider suits. It didn't show like faces or anything, but there were 3 different spider suits. And so from that point forward, everyone, including myself, was speculating that for this movie, especially after the trailer came out and they had the like old villains in, especially like Dr. Otto Octavius. I mean, dude, when they put him in the trailer, everyone, especially like after that and the Green Goblin, and then you saw like the big fight at the end, everybody was like, okay, they have to. Like, there's no way that they are not putting Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire? Did I say that right? That sounded so weird coming out of my mouth that time.
I think
it's actually Topher Maguire.
No.
But Toby Grace.
But I was like, there's no way that they don't put these 2. Like, if they didn't have both of those guys in the movie in some way, it would have been a complete flop. And it would not be the big freaking sensation that it is now. And if you haven't seen it, even if you could care less about superhero movies, if you've like seen the original Spider-Man or the Amazing Spider-Man, or if you've even seen like one of them,
Spider-Man.
like, you don't have to actually like know anything about anything else that's going on.
That's why it works. It works both ways.
But you need to go watch this movie. Like it is like, it is life changing.
It's just surprising that they pulled it off that well.
Yeah, without
they shouldn't
it, well,
logically have been able to. But they did.
I saw an interview like a month before, probably, where they were interviewing. I think it was on like his Tick Tick Boom stuff. They were interviewing Andrew Garfield, and they were like, "So this photo has been leaked. That looks like you were on the set of Spider-Man. Is that correct?" And he said, "No, that's like a deep fake." And then like some VFX artists and stuff like analyzed it and were like, "No, it's not. Like, it's a real photo." And it's like, why didn't he just say, "No, that was from an old Spider-Man movie. Like, that's not anything from that's current." Like, there's so many things that he could have said that's like deflecting it, where people are like, "Oh, okay, well, maybe he's not in here." But that just made it even more like, okay, he's definitely in this movie, and they're just hiding it really well.
It annoys me though that like I mean, I know they have to because they're trying to get the story or whatever. But it's stupid to me that they like try and trick them to like the whole point is like, yeah, we want it to be a secret.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, would it be fun to find out and then be excited? But how much more fun would it be to find out in the movie theater?
Yeah. Well, and there was so much speculation about it that when they open up the portal and he's like, "Show me Peter Parker," and I was like, "Oh my God, this is the moment that this is going to happen." Mm-hmm. It's like, it's either going to happen now or it's not happening at all. And you see like off in the distance through this portal, a man dressed in a spider costume. And he jumps through the portal and pulls his mask off, and it's Andrew Garfield. And you're like, "Oh my God, they did it. They actually freaking did it." And they don't even know who he is because obviously they're in their own Spider-Man universe. And they like make him jump up on the ceiling and like crawl across and like clean a cobweb. And like that part's just hilarious. It's like he's got on the suit. He's clearly hanging from the ceiling by like 4 fingers.
Right. Which makes it even doubler. It works on so many levels because to them, they don't know who he is. He's not their Peter.
But we do.
Us as an audience, we know exactly who he is and we're enjoying it. And it even makes it funnier by having them forcing like us to realize they don't know who he is.
I'm kind of upset that we I guess are in East Texas and are not in a like more metropolitan city, because I saw some theater reactions whenever he walked through the portal and pulls his mask off, where everybody went insane. And like there were people that were like, woo, and like
people
clapped and stuff.
a little bit, cheered.
Which that was even when y'all saw it, and that had been a week.
That was a week later. I was
a week
surprised
later.
that
I saw it on
happening
opening night, and like it was a little more reaction than that night. But I mean, it wasn't that much more. But dude, I mean, there were like freaking videos of these.
Minds.
Dude, people were losing their minds in this, and I'm like, you know how cool that would be.
Yeah.
Like I remember being on, I think it was Endgame, like opening night. It was either Endgame or Infinity War. I'm pretty sure it's Endgame, like opening night, and people at the end stood up and applauded.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so cool.
Well, that's kind of like, seeing Rogue One and seeing Vader slaughter 30 people. And everyone in the theater is like, just like rabid dogs.
Yeah. Well, and I was
Including
so
myself.
excited for this moment too, that like just sitting there and not being like, let's freaking go, and like jumping out of your seat and like screaming was like, it was weird. Like if I had done it, it would have been really weird.
Right.
But like, just like give it a little clap. But like inside, I'm like freaking out that they just pulled this off. Especially, I mean, because there was that one scene in the trailer where you see the lizard guy get punched, and it's like, dude, like who punched him? Like he clearly got punched, and they edited out and hid everything so well. And even like all over social media for like several days, there was nothing. It was impressive, and it was like no spoilers. Like there were people posting like Spider-Man was fantastic, no spoilers. It's so good, like hands down movie of the year for me. Especially if you're like a Marvel or Spider-Man fan, like it was impressive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I think that may be one of the most impressive things that any movie has ever done.
Yeah. Again, it's just surprising that they pulled it off that well.
Yeah. It's so good. So freaking good. I want to go watch it again. In fact, I probably will go watch it again. I have stubs. I might as well just go watch it in IMAX again.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? All right, Brett.
What's your number one?
The live action Scooby-Doo movie from...
All I have to say is
What's a Scooby-Doo?
spicy sandwich.
No Time to Die.
Yeah.
I was like, spicy sandwich. That was when Ryan ate the sandwich with peppers on it before he went to the movies.
Bro. Yeah, my
Worst sandwich I've ever eaten in my life.
Which?
Yeah,
Yes,
which?
bro. So they have a pizza
It
sandwich.
was a pizza sandwich, but it had like jalapenos all over
It has
it.
a hot pepper mix on it. I'm like, who are these psychos that made this sandwich? Why would you put hot peppers on a pizza sandwich? Like I could understand on something that's supposed to have hot peppers.
Right.
It's a pizza. Who eats hot pepper mix on their pizza?
Anyway, it was No Time to Die.
Yes, my favorite was No Time to Die. The reason why I brought up the spicy sandwich is because we ate at Witch before we watched that movie. But yeah, I really like James Bond movies.
You
Yeah,
like
dude.
freestyling
Yeah.
about a spicy sandwich.
Oh, yeah. Not
But-
before which one's me?
The fact that they, I mean, at least they lead you to believe this, kill off James Bond.
Yeah.
Is insane. Because like
Okay.
there has to be more.
They lead you to believe it.
I know, but
how would he have survived that?
that's what I'm saying. I mean, they really dropped a freaking bomb on him. So-
Like legitimately dropped a bomb on him, and you see him like standing there, and then it erupts.
yeah.
And it's over.
So-
yeah.
Anyways, I've been a big fan
was
of
good.
James Bond movies for as
Well,
long as I can
and
remember.
it was the whole, daughter thing. too.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I thought it was a great movie.
It was, that's another one. I need
It
to
was really
rewatch.
good. I like all the different directions that they go. Also, just I don't know. I can't really. I need to watch it again, but
Yeah.
it's really good.
We have all the time in the world.
Sing it.
That's it. That's all I got.
Come on, man. Let us hear that beautiful voice.
I see trees of green, red roses do. I see them bloom for me and you,
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Archie, Peter.
Good
Hey,
Lord.
Peter.
Hey,
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Squeak, squeak, and squeakers. The same guy who did Kronk. You know that, right?
Yeah.
My spinach puffs.
Now that's the movie that we need to watch.
Dude, I love The Emperor's
Oh,
New
it's
Groove.
so good.
Have you ever
It's so
seen that
good.
movie, Christian?
A long time ago.
It's so.
long,
It has no
long
right to
time
be that
ago.
funny. It has so
It's
many
so-
good comedic.
So
moments.
good. Yeah.
No touchy. No touchy.
All right.
He's supposed to be dead.
The poison for Cusco. The poison made specifically for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
You do that voice really well.
I like doing it. All right.
Oh my gosh.
A bee?
Right.
You're
Okay.
friends with a bee?
So- Before we get done, I do have a potential episode idea for next week, and it is an episode where we have a pitch meeting for what we think could be the wackiest brand collaborations.
Yes, brand collaboration.
Yeah, everybody bring 2. Is
Okay.
that cool? Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be here?
I should be.
Cool.
Hmm.
Does that sound fun?
I'm gonna have to think on that really hard.
I thought of one earlier. Was the reason that I saw something and was like, oh, that'd be kind of a cool podcast idea.
Wait.
So
I
these
got
are
the
made up,
craziest one.
right?
These are made up
Okay.
like item or marketing campaigns that like brands like that exist in real life could potentially team up on and collab for some sort of
For some reason.
monetary gain.
So
It would be like
Not-
Doritos and Mountain Dew, but it doesn't make sense.
not
Yeah.
Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
He just walked right over my joke.
you
I was
got-
gonna make that joke.
If you've got something, but I mean, generally something like fictional. So
Taco Bell and KFC.
they would never team up.
So
Bell and
is the goal
McDonald's.
to be funny? Or is
It can
to
be whatever that you
awesome?
would like it to be, and it can be
It can
as
be both.
it can be as awesome or stupid as you'd like it to be.
Okay.
So it would just be whatever you think would be like 2 brands that you would never think in a million years would work together, and they come up with some stupid idea. They're like, "Oh, this would sell a ton of."
When we
product."
live in a world where KFC makes gaming consoles, it's kind of like, can we come
Yeah.
up with anything that beats
Well,
reality?
I came
You
up with
know.
something earlier that I think
It may.
I think has never been done before. So, we'll,
And then we're
we'll
going to
see.
sell these
But
ideas to Shark Tank.
yeah, pretty much.
You should tell us that one, so you have to come up with 2 more,
I don't want to.
and we have something to base it off of.
I mean, I guess I could, but
Well,
I kind of
you
want
could
to
tell
save
us-
it.
You could tell us off the podcast.
Well, yeah, but then you guys will know, and it won't be as much of a shock factor next
Yeah,
week.
but I don't know.
Like mac and cheese and hot Cheetos. Like, why would they team up?
I don't know, but I feel like they
Actually-
would.
Or like mac and cheese and SpaceX, and they team up to make astronaut Mac.
Right.
Makes
I got
sense.
the inside scoop on that.
Yeah. They team up to create a space mac and cheese that can be given to the pilots who point the Starlink satellites at you, so
And
that
they-
you have
Right.
strong internet.
And then they try to develop, like, we're going to develop this new formula, but they realize that it's not real mac and cheese anyway, and it's already the perfect formula for space.
Yeah.
It just, the only caveat is it has to be the SpongeBob shaped ones.
Yeah.
That's the ideal form for space.
If you have some sort of visual thing that you would like to put together, you're more than welcome to bring that
Go in Photoshop.
I mean, if you want to, you definitely do not have to. Or just like a reference image that's like, this is this, and this is this, and this is why that they should collab. But yeah, I mean, it's just anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that should be fun.
I like it.
Cool.
We also need to do a recap of our fantasy league.
We do need to talk about our fantasy league.
But yeah, that can be another time.
Yeah, another time. I lost in the final.
Of all the time in the world.
Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave us a comment. Let us know if you have any ideas for future episodes. We're at Question at Hand on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and probably will be soon on TikTok as well. So go follow us there to stay up to date on all things Question at Hand. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Someone once gave me a 10-second call as a second chance. No one now runs that past.